Yo, once again we back. I'm myself, Shalil Kenzada, my co-host Najee Carter, and we here putting on for the POV podcast. Tonight we had an amazing panel, nothing but professionalism. Topics we touched on, black privilege. Secondly, our churches for the people and for the profit. Third, but not least, my man Nipsey Hussle. Has his death finally unified black people? And if so, how? Stay tuned, family. We have a plant-based feast we're throwing, 100% sponsored on the POV podcast. Come on down to get you something to eat. We be building our youth and we building our people at the same time. G, take them home, bro.
Absolutely. You know what we're doing here on the POV podcast. Helping each other, supporting each other, loving each other. Help the next man out. Help the next sister out. God bless. Bless kings.
Peace and blessings. Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, we tuned in. POV podcast. We back with another episode. I'm back. My brother Najee Carter is back. You know what we do. You know why we here. Funk Flex voice. We here again. Everybody can't come up here. This is not for jokes. It's not for games.
Absolutely.
My man Ski Pacino in the building.
Yo.
We got Keita in the building. We got my man Nino Stacks in the building.
Yes, sir.
We got my girl Mecca, aka Pocahontas. Definitely in the building. Got a great panel for you guys. We're gonna jump it off nice and easy. First question of the night. So family, I need everybody to, okay, who we gonna start with? When we ask the question, like who we gonna swing it to first?
We're gonna
start with Ski or Mecca.
we're gonna start with Mecca because she wants Skeet to go first, so we're gonna start with Mecca.
Okay.
I like to pay everybody,
Nah, we don't want you to
can't
piggybacking.
do it.
Yeah.
See, when you sit on the end, you gotta go for one. You gotta swing.
I can go first, it's fine. Don't get
All right, so I'm asking the first question, right? Now, in our community, is the churches for the people or for the profit? What you think?
Okay. Oof. Okay, honestly
Just think about it.
honestly
Hold on.
speaking, I feel like, okay, when I was raised in Christianity as a child, I feel like it was more for the community, but now coming up as an adult, I'm starting to see a lot of personal gains in the church as far as certain pastors, driving nicer cars, and the churches and the people that attend the church are in need, like in apartments, no lights, no heat, and they can't even go to their own church community to get that help. So I feel like the money is going somewhere other than to the people of the church who are putting into it. So if they're putting in and they're doing the pass the plate, they come into the pastor saying like, hey, like I'm in a situation where my lights is out or my kids can eat. They should be able to go to that church and say like, okay, yeah, we got food from the pantry, or we can help you out towards your whatever situations you're going through. But
Absolutely.
I feel like it's a little bit of greasing going on at certain churches. No disrespect, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people already know that.
So you feel like the churches are more so for the profit nowadays in the 21st century?
Yeah.
So do you still go to church or not?
I have not been to church in years.
Is that because you don't believe anymore, or because like what you just said?
It's a lot of questionable things. So yeah, that's part of. It's a lot of things that are questionable. That's why I kind of like fell back from it. I feel like as a child, you kind of take in whatever your parents give you. So like I said, I was brought up under. But I feel like as a certain age, as an adult, you should seek out your own. You should want to seek your own information, because everything that's handed to you, force-fed, or just because you trust your parents may not be what's best for you as an adult. So that's why I kind of fell back.
Quick question before we swing to my brother G. Do you think pastors should get paid?
Should pastors get paid? No, to be honest.
G, now are the churches for the people or for the profit?
I think the churches is for both. You can't have the people. You can't have the people without the profit. You can't have the profit without the people. So I think it's really for both. When I look at churches, like every church is different. You gonna get what I'm saying? Every church is different. So it's like you do got some churches out here that's really giving back. That's giving book bag drives and school supplies, and they throwing events and parties for kids and stuff like that. And there's some churches out here that's actually giving money to homeless people or people who actually need it. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't think it's a lost cause for all churches. I just think that you know, from the outside looking in, when you see the pastor driving a Bentley or a Mercedes Benz, you know, Range Rover, and then people in your congregation is riding that bus. People start asking some type of questions. You understand what I'm saying? People start asking some type of questions like, all right, you know, why is this? Why is that? And you know, why he got all this money? Why he got all this money? Now, to answer the question that you asked her, do I think the pastor should get paid? Absolutely, because he's still doing the job. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it is.
So the Lord's work is profitable.
The Lord's work is profitable. Look. That man putting time in there. He putting his effort in there. He's sacrificing time with his family. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely. So
let's not disregard that he's still a man. And some of these pastors out here still got to work. They don't just be pastors. Mm-hmm. So you got to go to Bible study. You know what I'm saying? You got to go to Saturday morning light. You got to do 1, 2, 3, 4 services. You understand what I'm saying? So why should he not get paid for what he's doing? You understand what I'm saying? I don't think that's the main reason.
Yeah.
But
it's nice to be.
Yeah, but it's nice to be compensated for all the work that you do. You understand what I'm saying? But all right, that's like saying that's what any working man or working woman, would you not be like to be compensated for the work that you put in? Even though he's doing God's work, which we all supposed to do anyway. But come on, put some respect on his name.
All right, I like that. My sisters and brothers give me nice answers. I'm going to keep it real brief. I believe church is one of the biggest businesses in the world.
Absolutely.
Right? Because, you know, churches are nonprofit. They don't pay property tax. I get that. You know, a lot of stuff they do, you know, sometimes be, you know, tax write-off, but it's good business. I understand that. I can't sit up here and say that I believe that, you know, churches are for the people totally. But I don't think it's against the people neither. You know, I believe that once upon a time, there was a lot of structure in the churches that actually helped the people. Now, like you said, my brother, some churches are helping people. I know churches that give back and do things for people, but in this society, we play a number game, and the majority of them do not. And we can articulate that, and I can debate with anybody that's factual. But what I'm saying is this. The churches in our community, if it's 10, 3 of them are for the people. The other 7 are for the profit. Because a lot of things are written off, as good businesses do. So, to answer the question I asked the brother and my sister over here, I do believe pastors should get paid because I have plans on being a pastor. So I just should get paid. No, I'm just being honest. It's my calling. I feel this. It's my calling. So it's one of my many callings. Few are chose. You know what I'm saying? No, many is called and few are chose. But what I'm saying is, it's a part of me. So I feel like, you know, that's going to be one of my duties to do before I am exiting off this great planet. I'm going to the question my brother Nino Stacks. Now, the churches for the people, for the profit.
Not for nothing. I remember my grandmother used to try to have me on some church going stuff, and I really couldn't get with it because, not for nothing. Getting paid for it, I don't think you should get paid to read a book that I can read myself.
But it's not reading a book though.
The Bible is not a book.
No, what I'm saying, it takes a lot of guts to get up there and project, you know. Now this comes from a book, so he got to make you believe what he's saying first of all. That takes a lot of guts.
This is not his words though. This is somebody else's words. You just read it to me.
What I'm saying is, he got to make you believe it though.
Yeah, and it's not.
They got to make you believe it.
A lot of times when they up there reading it, they're telling a story. It's not just him reading it line to line, X, Y, Z.
Nah, I get that. But what I'm saying is, you're reading a book that you ain't writing somebody else write. Go to school for what? To read a book?
You gonna pass?
Yeah, they gotta go to school.
All right, you went to school, so now you want to get paid to read a book that I can read myself.
Nah, they're leaders.
The way they deliver.
They're of a whole congregation.
You gotta think about it like this too. Like a lot of people don't even read the Bible.
Yeah, they don't.
They don't. So, and not only am I reading it, I'm teaching it to you.
But now it's going from, all right, you coming here to get the word from another individual. Cool. They putting their own twist on it, putting their own spin on it. They reading you the book. You get in there. Church is basically a vibe. Church is a vibe. Church is a vibe. Church is a vibe.
Hey,
Church nowadays, church is a vibe. You feel me? And not for nothing, it's like they swinging the collection plate around.
So we gotta
They making you pay for the vibe.
So here's the question. So how many times do the collection plates come around?
First time, why do the collection plate gotta come around every weekend?
Because no, the you know what? That's a good question because
Why do I
bills
gotta
get paid?
Why do I gotta pay the $5 every weekend?
Water bill
Why
gotta
can't-
get paid, the light bill.
So I gotta pay. So
You
I
are
gotta.
part of the congregation.
First
The
off-
same, no, all right,
first
listen.
off, how you know this not the church? I didn't stop by and I seen it on the way because my church right out of town and I can't get there. And I found the
No,
closest
they
church.
still a part of the brother and sisterhood.
What congregation? It's different congregations or what? What's going on here?
No, I'm just saying, like, if you go to church, right?
Yeah.
And you go to somebody else's church, and you go preach at somebody else's church. If you was a pastor, you want to get paid at their church, not because this is the church I'm going to.
No, I'm not against them getting paid. Like if it was on some payroll type stuff, cool, pay them.
You
Whatever
usually think the
case
collection
may
person
be.
come around.
Huh?
You usually think the collection person.
Nah,
come
if you
around.
already getting paid, so I gotta pay the $5 and you still getting paid.
No.
from
That's how
you-
they get paid from the collection plate.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah. So the collector plate that's their money.
That it goes to.
No.
Percentage goes to them, and the percentage
Nah,
goes
G,
to keep
nah,
the
G,
building.
G, let's get it there.
I'm telling you.
Nah,
He
bro.
goes to chase telling you.
So, alright, so you get $1,000. You get $1,000.
Whatever the people, the lights gotta stay
I
on.
don't know. I don't really know everybody's numbers and how they particularly work.
No, I'm
it.
just saying,
I just know that most pastors and preachers get a percentage of the money. The
Yeah.
rest of the money goes to the
church.
facility, the building.
The lights,
Okay.
you know what I'm
what I
saying?
mean?
Cleaning
So-
people.
Oh, in this example, you get $1,000. Typical shit, typical whatever the case may be. $1,000 after Sunday after you tally up the money, whatever. How much money do you keep? How much do you think they should keep?
That depends on the congregation how they work those numbers out.
We
We
don't
don't
know
know that. I
But-
think every
but-
church is different with that. Yeah.
But you're saying, my good brother, you're saying church is for the prophet, not the people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, like
Yep.
that. Miss Cool Keita. How you feel about this system?
I personally think that churches start out for the people, but then once they see that, like
coming
speaking
every
off of
week?
his vibe, like once they get that vibe or they see how much people are into it,
Mm-hmm.
they start tiptoeing like the profit. Trying to get a profit off of it. Like, okay, maybe when they first starting out, they might pass the collection plate one time, but then once they become a bigger church, they got ATM in the back. And they passing it around
Hold
3
on.
or 4 different
Time out,
times.
sis.
Technical
So
crime.
You said a church with an ATM in the back?
Yes.
Church getting out of control out here.
But
Church
what
getting
I-
out of control.
but what I'm saying
Now that
is
is
that-
beyond belief system.
First of
That's
all,
when you start plotting. Like, swing that over there, Brother Johnson section. He be leaving them 20s every
It is an
Sunday.
ATM. You know ATM in the
Brother
church?
Johnson be putting them dubs in every Sunday.
Yeah.
You put the crap on
But
You gotta be Clef Low.
I ain't never seen
But
that in church, bro.
I feel like-
that's crazy.
I feel like when it comes to religion, like black people are like the most religious people, and you can control them and kind of get almost anything you want from them if you put Jesus or God into it.
Mhm.
So once the pastor realize that, then it's like it's more profit. So I think when they first start out, they do start for the people. But as it goes on, and then they start wanting mega churches, and they start wanting airplanes and buses and all these things, and it's like it start becoming for the look and the profit.
I believe churches should offer the community more, offer children more that's in the community. Some of them do, like my brother said.
Brother, yo.
But a lot of them just don't. Like some of them, churches should be talking about economics to these kids, credit.
Yeah.
Churches,
Right.
they are the cornerstone of the community. So if they're not giving you what you need, then
But when you look at it, you will see like a lot of people doing that and doing a lot of outreach in the smaller churches.
yeah.
Like once they become big, it's like they somewhat lose sight. They might have like certain things, but I think they lose sight once you become like a mega church, because then it's like it's for profit, it's for looks,
Yeah,
it's for.
credit for
but-
$1 for a helicopter.
I forgot. This was like, not to cut it all out, but I forgot. This was like last week. Somebody had exposed, I think some down south pastor, whatever. He had on some regular clothes, and they looked down at his sneakers. Had on like some $3,000 sneakers. He was on stage preaching the word, whatever the case may be.
But talking about John Gray.
Yeah, that
That's what
dude.
you're talking about.
Yeah,
The Lord could have blessed him with that, though.
Say what?
The Lord could have blessed
But
him.
I'm saying like he
So the
might.
Lord
But what, if,
dropped
but,
down
what,
$3,000.
but what if he have like a different job? Like
That's what I'm
G said,
saying,
they
like,
they
that's what I'm saying,
work
like, it's some
outside
pastors
of
that
preaching.
really
So
work.
if he have $3,000 shoes on, that don't mean it came from the congregation. I mean, it looked bad because he do have a mega church. So
Yeah.
it's like, but I mean,
My thing, as long as the business right, they should be okay. Skeet Pacino, how do you feel about the churches? Are they for the people or are they for the profit, brother?
I think we need to all cut the bullshit. They for the profit, man. Like, let's
So
be
all,
serious,
I'm just saying,
man.
brother, all churches for the profit.
Let's be serious. Like, no, let's think about this for a second. The first thing you could pump into black people community is religion. You know why? Because we spiritual people. So that's the first thing we're inclined to and connect to. Then on top of that, why is it a church on every corner? But I don't see nobody going in them shits. It's still gang violence on every corner. People still getting killed. What are you doing with the money? Are they up, down in South Orange Ave, Central Ave protesting every day? No, they're not. So when you see these pastors, quote unquote, ride off in their nice little bands, and then the people who've been there, they're so dedicated because they believe in God so much, they give their last dollar. You see your great grandmother still going in there. She ain't got it, but she go in her pocket like
10%.
Give it to pastor.
Give it to pastor. No, grandma, we ain't got nothing at
You
home.
swing that shit
Don't
my
worry
way,
about
bro.
it.
The same money she put in, I'm taking that shit right back out.
The Lord will bless us. You get what I'm saying? So, to me, I always felt like religion was one of the biggest dividers with people, period. You get what I'm saying?
Do you think it's one of the bigger dividers because everybody don't believe in the same religion?
No. That was the plan. For everybody not to believe in the same religion. That was how you separate groups. You get what I'm saying? Now, mind you, I don't want to get too deep into it, but quote unquote, we used to be, they said we were Jewish. They said black people were Jews, right? Why white people are Jews now? Why black people are Christians? Why Arabic people are Muslim? Why Chinese people are Buddhists? See, these are all things that they put out there to identify who you are. Why? Because they want the groups separated. So now if we separate the groups, you can ask a Jewish person, certain Jewish people will tell you, I don't believe in that shit. They believe in money. You get what I'm saying? And any way they could do, or anything they could do, or any way they could try to get a dollar, they'd do it. So my thing is this, if you spiritual, be spiritual. You don't have to go to church every day to be holy. You know right from wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know how to bless people, and you know when your blessings come.
But you don't think it's good to go and congregate with the people?
You can. But when you make it an every week thing, every day thing, and you giving more money away than what the hell you got in your bank account, that's a problem, son.
But see,
That's a
we
problem.
can say this too, Umar. We can say Hello, Umar. We can say that people are giving that money away to liquor stores.
You can say that. But at
Fast
the same
food
time,
chains.
okay, but they're trying to hide their problem.
Gucci.
They're hiding their problem. And think about this. Okay, Gucci's selling fashion. The fast food place is selling food. The churches is selling hope. And it never reached the community.
Let me ask you a question. Hold on, Umar.
I'm just saying.
This nigga just signed off.
Before we use a different topic, now that's right.
Yeah, Ski.
Do you think Jay-Z is any different from a pastor?
So what? Wait a minute. What are we
You
doing?
want me? Okay.
Hold on. You say selling hope.
This is
Is Jay-Z any different than the pastor?
This is the difference. The pastor is beating you down with a Bible. Jay-Z is beating you down with shit you already been through. So he identifies with your struggle more than the pastor. So when the pastor come to you and be like, yo, don't worry, God will bless you. It's 10 years now. Where's my blessings? I see you blessed with this new Benz and nice house and your family about it.
A blessing don't always have to come in money.
No. But when you're struggling, if God is the God he said he is, he'll get you up out of your situation. See, one thing you can't do.
First off,
You know Listen.
You gotta try to get yourself out that situation.
Listen. That's not
And
what
then you
spiritual
make
people
it-
believe.
No, you can't say that because I'm a spiritual
When
person.
I'm talking about that, I'm talking about people who live and die by their Bible. Let's not bullshit each other right now. So when they say, oh, believe in God, he will do for you, then you do that.
But they also
Okay,
say
no,
God
because your
helps those
faith,
who help
time out,
themselves,
kid,
right?
because your faith is stronger than you. So when your faith is stronger in God, how the fuck can you wait for yourself to pull you out of your situation? No, only God can save you, right?
Watch that.
No.
van right there.
No.
I think you got it
No.
wrong.
No.
The good book says.
No, that's not how it goes.
Yeah, that's not
That's
how it
not how it
Hold on,
goes.
so tell me how
That's
it
The
not
works.
good
how
book
it
says
works.
if you
Keep it
take
the
one
book
step, I'll take two. That's
Right.
the good book says.
But God also said
First
he
off-
know his lost sheep, right?
Brother Ward
So-
said, each one, reach one, teach one.
Yes, that's for the lost sheep, my brother. And this is what I'm trying to tell you. While we're still in this situation and this lifestyle that we live in America, it's gonna be hard for you to find it. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be hard for you to find it.
So your thing, my brother, is
Because religion controls the community,
churches
man.
is for the profit.
You know this.
And you don't believe pastors should get paid, period.
This is the thing, right? Like I said, when it starts becoming to the point where you're seeing you taking more away than actually giving to the people of your church and of your congregation, then that should be a problem. That should raise an eyebrow with anybody. Why did I have to hear Creflo Dollar talking about he want his exactly, he want a jet? That That shit is insane. You got homeless people in Atlanta. You get what I'm saying?
Shut up.
So it's like, yo, when you start to hear things like that, it's like, come on, who's really being fooled here? Ain't y'all tired of being tricked? You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying that money buys everything, right?
Yeah, money buys.
But in order to survive in this world, you're gonna need some money. So let's not sit up here.
Unless you go with my brothers up in Blue Mountain, but that's another story. Okay, we got it down. 60, 40, churches for the profit. Next question, we gonna start. Ski, he's on fire. We gonna start with him.
Yeah, y'all funny.
He on fire. He NBA jamming it right now. Starting with you, brother Skyler. Next question. Is there anything that make you believe ever that it was something called black privilege?
No. What are you privileged about? What are you privileged about? Do you have any privilege when you walk down the street? Do you have banks opening their accounts for you like, oh, you know what, come get a loan? You get what I'm saying? See, to me, that was something. Who made that book? Charlamagne?
Yeah.
Black privilege. Good book. New York bestseller.
I'm not saying it ain't. But then you got to really dig deep. What are you privileged about? What is being privileged? It's being able to obtain things. You get what I'm saying? That other people can't.
Well, we do.
So what do you obtain?
Melanin.
Good answer. But like I said, let's cut the malarkey. Nah, let's get to it. Dead seriousness.
I'm saying melanin. I'm privileged.
No, look, that's something that you were blessed with, and it's definitely a privilege for certain people. But we're not going to get on that topic right now. So when you look at the situation, I don't think we're privileged. Okay. I really don't. I think we're at a disadvantage. What it is that we are them people who fight, who struggle, who will push each other, who will push ourselves to the furthest extent to get to where we got to get to. And then the craziest thing is, sometimes we do that and then we realize that's not even what we want. You get what I'm saying?
Kind of like you.
So we get tricked on like, yo, what's being privileged? Somebody might tell you like, yo, I got a roll in the iced out chain. I'm the shit. Meantime, he ain't got no food in his refrigerator because he wanted to stunt to his friends.
And he on his mother couch.
And that's a reality. So when you hear that, it's like, yo, being privileged is being able to get things that other people can't, and you don't have to do much work for. You name a time in your life where you ain't had to work for what you got. You tell me. Did anybody have a handout at this table? No, don't worry. I'll answer that. No, they didn't. So the reality is, you had help, son. That's a difference.
Definitely a difference.
So no, black people are not privileged.
So we ain't got. So it's no such thing to you as black privilege.
No.
Hell no.
No.
Nah.
Hell no.
Nah.
Miss Keita.
No. I agree with everything he said. It's no.
Brother.
Nah.
Okay.
I'd have been through some shit out here. I don't know nothing
Okay,
about that.
family. My family is here. Okay, sisters and brothers, right? I'm going to say this. I'm going to say, systematically, we're not privileged. Systematically. But I believe I'm privileged because as a people, we have certain talents nobody else obtained. The other people, we have certain, like I said, we have melanin, we have talents, we have soul. They can't get that. We have soul. That's a privilege to have that soul.
Granted.
Everybody don't have. Hold on, let me tell you something. They can't take that from us.
That is true.
If they kill us, there is no world.
That is true.
I'm privileged. I feel like I'm privileged to be able.
We do
to
have
jump,
all
run,
of
do all that. That's a privilege.
We do have all of those things, but when they steal those things and then they show our talent or steal our talent, they get the privileges. We don't.
No,
they just steal it from us.
They make the money.
But they make the money.
I'm gonna tell you something. That's because at the end of the day, they, like you said, systematically they're in a better position because we sell out.
Not all of us.
Not
all of us.
Not all of us.
We could go back to the beginning of
Well,
time. Just like the guy who
that.
made Ford. He wasn't the guy who made Ford.
But watch this
You
though.
get what I'm saying? He got his patent stolen.
How you
The monkey rich guy? Oh.
How you black privileged? Knowing that we from the hood, right?
Absolutely, my brother.
You be outside on the street any given day. A person of your color can just come through shooting up the block, shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
I'm gonna tell you something right now.
It's no privilege
Hold on,
behind
what's
that.
about?
Nah.
White people have way more worse
Yeah,
shootings.
I think
they
that's-
shooting schools. They shoot white kids.
They crazy.
They are shooting up some
schools.
shooting schools.
I get it. Watch this. How many black schools you know got shootings? Yeah, how many black
I'm
people?
just talking about. I'm just talking about average shit. Like
I know what you're talking about.
That black privilege shit.
That's because systematically
Yeah.
we in the slums, right? I get you saying, my brother. I agree with you, but that happened because they stick everybody. First of all, they strip you of everything except for what you was born with, and they stick you in the ghetto and make you fight for a turkey. So if I gotta eat, he gotta eat. Keita gotta eat. That's Keita's brother. That's his little sister. Somebody's dying. It's only 5 pieces of turkey. It's just at the table.
But you gotta remember that wasn't always the case.
No, they made it the case.
We could look at Black Wall Street and we'd know like, yo, business was profitable then. So at the same time, it's not that. It's just that people we're.
Why was it profitable?
Because we work together.
That's it right there.
Okay, but at the same time, you gotta think about it like this, right? If we up there and we working together and we doing everything together, that's not the vibe right now. Everybody wants to be on top. And they want to make sure ain't nobody fucking next to them.
That's
while they on top.
That's the problem. That's the panel I like. That's the problem, though.
That's the problem. That's what we always talk about. Like,
Brother G,
That's why I think it's black privilege, because somebody your color will be the one to hold you back.
Yeah.
To take your life.
Absolutely.
To steal from you.
Yeah, but
that black privilege shit, that shit's on the back.
No, I think I truly do believe we have black privilege, like Bam said. Because we can do things that the other people can't do, the other races can't do. You understand what I'm saying? They can't. They ain't
gotta do it though.
And a lot of
us
you
you born with rhythm. You born with the talent to rap.
You more blessed than the average white man. That's a privilege, bro.
Yeah, the difference is they don't have that.
Low, bro.
They're privileged.
You got motherfuckers who born rich.
He's coming up small.
You're talking about privilege as far as material wise.
Yeah, we're talking about they can't take what we got, bro.
But the privileges that we have as a human black race, they don't have.
Second to none, bro.
That's second to none. So that is privileges within ourselves. You look at Jay-Z, businessman, rapper, entrepreneur. He did that.
Yo, we are geniuses. I'm telling you right now. A lot of people.
Everybody not a genius.
Watch.
Everybody not smart.
I'm about to say something right now. Hold on, break that right now. A lot of people call these kids like, yo, he's an athlete. No, he's a genius. To be able in a split second to go between your legs, behind your back, head fake, make a layup. You are a genius. You know how fast I gotta go boom, 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 behind my leg. Turn. I'm good. Got him.
How many?
You are a genius. Everybody can't do that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not athletic.
You are a genius. Who don't know how to play a lick of basketball, a lick of football.
But
it's something that
they might be fantastic at something else. You understand what I'm saying?
All right.
Just to go off your topic, how is that a privilege when your talents are being shackled? You get what I'm saying?
It's still
you have it. You right. That's your God-given talent, G. You right. But at the same time, they only make sure that you have but a certain ceiling that you can reach. You get what I'm saying?
But listen,
I mean, niggas in the hood that's the greatest niggas ever in basketball and football.
But to me, it's not a privilege if you can't get everything out of what you're able to do.
But you could.
You can.
But you could,
You just have to go about doing it the right way.
Jay did it. R.I.P. Nip did it. You could, bro. You could get everything out of your talent.
What happened? He been black privileged to a high level, to a high plateau. What happened? A man of his color killed him. So what we talking about?
Starving. they put him in that hood in a fight for a turkey, man.
Listen. that right there, like that really.
There ain't no black privilege.
I feel like it's 50-50. Like I feel like we have the opportunity to have black privilege, if that makes sense. But systematically we are denied. But that also comes from the people who are teaching us. We're lacking the economics. We don't know how to push our talents to financially stabilize us, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So we do have a lot of people who are very talented at basketball, very talented at sports, who are good at math.
Designers, we got all that.
But if nobody is pushing us and saying, hey, how do I utilize this to make myself stable, to make my kids, my grandkids stable? That's what we're lacking. It's not the talent. Like you said, we're born with the talent. Mm-hmm. But who's teaching us how to utilize these talents? It don't go further than the hood. You see them playing at Elmwood Park. They playing at Orange Park. All this, but nobody's pulling to the side. People who play sports, like I see you do stuff in the community.
The motherfucker walking right past you, walking their dog. They don't give a fuck. They care about picking up this shit, going to fuck back in the house.
Make sure you stay in school. Like, don't ever date no guy like this. You know.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you gotta watch them, boy. I know you gotta watch them.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, there was nobody that came from where we came from telling us like, hey, look. Do this, try this. Like nobody is educated.
And I think like the brothers and the sisters were saying over here. I do agree with you guys. Now it is hard, but my privilege
should be hard.
What I have to me is a privilege. Like the fact that I can outrun somebody. Ain't nobody outrun.
Yeah, it's a self privilege. Like, you know what I'm saying? That.
But hold on. Another thing is
how many
I have the capacity to think.
How many people offhand that you can say can't run though?
I know a lot of them.
I'm talking about. Nah, I mean, we not talking about marathon, man. I'm talking about a jog around the block.
There's some people that
Obesity is at an all-time hobby.
I'm talking about how many people do you personally know?
About 6 or 7.
What I'm saying is that black privilege.
No, I
shit,
understand.
Bro,
I understand your perspective, though.
That shit is a gray area, bro. It's a big gray area in that shit.
No, I think okay.
It's a big gray area.
We are highly systematically denied. I'll give it all my brothers at the table.
Yeah.
But in terms of things of privilege, we do have.
We got privileges, bro. We just gotta
Who can
use
another
When you growing up in school, bro, your
man,
teacher telling you this. That as a young adolescent, you growing up in school, they telling you, oh, only thing you gonna be good at is this and the third, dead or in jail. That ain't no privilege behind that, bro.
It is. Hold on. I'm about to say it right now, and I know my brothers gonna feel this. We are privileged to be in a situation where people try to deny our greatness so much. That's a privilege. They don't want you to be great.
But that's the
they try to
hunger
deny
in you.
it.
That's something that's already
That's a privilege.
Yo, everybody ain't got that.
I'm so
Some
dope.
people's lay down.
We so dope.
Give 'em.
We so dope. We so as a people. We're so dope that you're gonna do whatever it takes to keep me at the bottom. I'm privileged, and you know it. I'm so dope. You like my skin, everything. Listen, even on the slavery
I'm sorry, that mansion with that pool and them cars.
Yeah, like what is
I'm not even gonna lie to you.
better.
All I feel like this, honestly.
You been where you at. And a nigga, another black man put you in a proposition like, yo, not for nothing, I'll give you this, I'll give you that. You have nothing to your name. Right now as you speak, you get put in a situation. A guy comes to you, gives you an offer, a guy of your color gives you an offer, say this and the third. You take that nigga out, you can have that house, you can have whoop, wop, wop. You not gonna kill that man?
No.
No. Everybody like that. No.
It's Nino still living his life.
No, listen.
They chase
Listen,
for this toy. That's
my goals are
The average nigga from the mud
No.
who has all the potential in the world but never got his shot, bro.
You
don't have nothing to your name. No family, no nothing. Nobody to back you, no motivation behind you or nothing. Somebody come to you with a proposition to turn your life around in a matter of seconds, in 24 hours, however you want to put it. You're not going to take that shot, you're a goddamn liar. You're not going to say a
No,
lie.
I'm saying he's gonna be in jail because that's gonna be the foreman.
Some niggas will take that. Some niggas will take that.
Boy, he
Some niggas will
take eating bread and water.
Some niggas will take that, bro.
I can't
Some
take
niggas take that, bro.
Me
That's a
personally,
payout. How you even calling yourself a man? And how
Some
you
people-
changing your life by
some
taking
people don't
somebody
care,
else's
man,
life?
This is what I'm saying.
They really don't. Me personally, I can't go to sleep at night feeling that way. You get what
Yeah,
I'm
I
saying?
don't. That's
But some people, I'm not being funny. It's
I'm
look, it's
saying
gorillas
some
out
people
here
steal
who
from their
with
mother
it.
for money.
Who
I
with
get
it?
it.
yeah.
Cause they shoot for free.
What's
So
up?
imagine
That's
what
a
I'm
privilege
doing
too, to be able
You know
to
what
say
I
you
mean?
can steal from your mother.
No, that's he's sick. Okay, he or she is sick in the head. They are sick.
Nah, you got the privilege. You born with 10 fingers, 10 toes. You dig in your mother pocket while she sleep, and you use your fucking feet to run away.
But watch what happens.
And go spend the money.
No, he a genius. He just can't claim it because they left him no platform to explain it.
You know why?
Let's go, man. That's real though. No, he a genius. He just can't claim it because they left him no platform to explain it. This is what I'm saying.
When he shut that line, that wasn't meant for everybody.
It wasn't, and he know it. He know what the fuck he's
It
doing.
was not meant for
It
everybody
was meant
For the brother.
to wake up if he's able to.
the brother.
But a
Man.
lot of them
Something
don't
meant for the
know.
brother, man, not the other man. Yeah, I know. I got you. I'm with you.
Okay, so no black privilege for you.
Yeah.
Listen. If Kanye, if he's telling you, I got clothes, but they ain't on Ralph level, if he's arguing, going crazy, he's able to make money. But he knows he has a ceiling. How the hell is it black privilege?
I love
You
I'm
can't-
guessing right now. I used to love him to
His
death.
clothes
He
is
started selling
bullshit.
clothes with holes in it. I could poke holes in my own shit.
Yeah,
You know what? I'm gonna real you. One
Black privilege.
One thing Jay-Z did.
Why you don't rock Calvin Klein?
Huh?
I mean, Carl Canals.
He's not popular anymore.
No. You
No,
know
it's
why?
not a style.
No,
It's
you
not
know,
fashion.
because
Bro,
certain
Carl Canals
people-
still out here.
It is.
I mean, real shit. I haven't seen nobody I know wear Carl. Probably my uncle. My uncle damn near 60 though. Like probably my uncle. Like I
You know
don't know.
why?
Carl
You
Canals.
know why?
Nah.
Because it's only a ceiling. They're gonna allow every
That's not true.
person to reach.
The Fubu
man.
man's a millionaire.
I'm not. What does that
And
mean?
he's relaunching
What does that mean?
the beef and Brock's Fubus.
Listen. I'm trying to ask you a question. He still has a ceiling. That's why he's still where he at.
Exactly.
So what I'm trying
He's
to
one
tell
of the
you
richest
is,
men in the world.
that doesn't matter when it comes.
To white privilege, huh?
It doesn't. It doesn't. Let's be real.
Do you mean, okay, I have a question for you. So do you mean as far as a race, or do you mean, because I feel like if I'm self-sufficient, why do, like, if I'm good, then I'm good. Like, do I
Because-
have to,
No, you
but I
don't.
understand having the option to be able to go unlimitedly, but do you mean like as a race, or do you mean just personally?
No, as a
because-
race.
The reason why I say as a race, because personally, everyone has to measure their own success. You get what I'm saying? Nobody can deny that to you. I don't care if you got a hot dog truck and shit, and you feel like you're successful at it, because that's something you always wanted to do in your life, and you obtained that. You get what I'm saying?
So wouldn't that be like a privilege then?
No, because you worked for it. So it's not a privilege.
You
It wasn't given to you. So at the end of the day, it's like I can't say individually it's like that, but as a whole, no, we don't have black privilege.
No, as a whole, yeah.
No, we don't. You get what I'm saying?
Okay, so as a race, I agree with that. As a race, it's a cap on us.
Of course.
But even still, like I think we are privileged enough to understand what's going on out here.
Yeah.
What I will say
And that's the scary part.
What I will say
now,
is this.
Before you go, my brother, we are privileged enough to understand what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
The fact of the matter is, we just want to come together to change it.
Of course,
That's
knowledge
all
is
it is.
free. You get what I'm saying?
So
So when you look at the situation, it's like it's basically everybody who wants. So if you want, some people will do whatever it takes to get to where they at.
Yeah.
That's just the reality.
Plus they ask for $40.
They lacking teachers. Nobody is teaching. Everybody is self-raised.
Well, one
That's
thing one of my brothers told me, they said at the end of the day, you know, it's until you work, like you focus on home first, it starts with your home.
Mm-hmm.
So your home has to help everybody in your home. So when everybody in your home is able and well, then you can venture out and help other homes. So if you don't have that in your home, it ain't gonna happen.
The homes is broken, but that plan is way above us.
It's never above us. It's never above us.
What I'm saying is that the homes are already in. How can I say? Already in the process of being broken. If that makes sense.
Already in disarray.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So you're saying it's
stress.
starting in the home, but the home has already been planned to be broken. The father is already not in
welfare
the home.
took over.
Kids already out.
That's not every
man.
situation. We're not going to say the fathers are not in the home.
But no, we playing
We're not gonna discredit them like that.
But we playing the number game in majority rules. In
But-
in urban,
Yeah,
in
I'm
our
about to
community,
I'm about to say,
The
our
majority
community,
of the
the
homes-
fathers ain't there.
How many-
73% in the black community is single mothers.
You know what's the
We
new
understand
fathers?
that.
You know what's the new fathers? These devices right here.
No, welfare.
Social media.
But this
TRA.
ain't been happening
Wait,
when you
you
start
don't need a
speaking
man no
about
more.
when you start speaking about welfare, because you gotta
And they give
always
your mother-
you gotta always go
How-
back to, like, you know what I'm saying, what was that when all the women in America start banding together to get their rights and wanting to be equal with the
That
men?
wasn't for black women though.
It wasn't, but y'all got tricked. And that's what they never told y'all.
And they
Y'all
rolled
was
out
out
for
there
it.
protesting with them, thinking it was for y'all and everything else. That shit wasn't for y'all. So when it comes down to it, as a whole, we've been fucked over.
No, we've been
And that's
definitely
why
fucked in
that's why we look at each other as enemies, whether it's a man or a female. And the problem is like, yo, they'll do anything to make sure that we're not together. You get what I'm
You don't have to
saying?
be punished for that.
Say what?
No.
You don't think they see the potential in these beautiful black people? You know what? We cannot let these motherfuckers unify.
But I feel like
Talk to the streets, kid.
we know that we're dope as a people. We
Big
know
facts.
that.
Come
Like
on now.
that's a fact. But
Your confidence. the way
I
you
mean, like
stride
that.
and shit, you know what's
Right,
going
because
on.
we're the most imitated culture. Like,
Right.
Us
but
and
at the same time, that's not it's still not a privilege. Like, I don't look at that as a privilege.
Me neither.
I mean, it's dope. Like,
You could easily be a square.
It's honorable, but
Think about it, nice.
It's
But
other
it-
squares out here. Ain't like you in the. In the outer box.
Okay, the square. Where are they? We don't.
The
bang
squares. I
them.
know,
We
I know a bunch of dweebs that I look up to. These niggas is them niggas.
They're not squares, then, bro.
Nah, cause they you feel me? They don't. I admire you if you don't judge me. But you know, you feel me? I know what type of person you are. You know what type of person I am. I know where you come from. You know where I come from.
Being
You don't
yourself.
judge me. You yourself around me. I'm myself around you because we get each other. You feel what I'm saying? I look up to niggas like that. Niggas who had the opportunity to go to school and graduate. I wanted to go to school, but shit got fucked up. I ain't had the funds for it.
Yeah, I think.
You feel me? Motherfuckers got motherfuckers got support systems and shit. You
That's
know
my
what I
girl Keely. You know she went to college. She went to college. Had a kid early. Was up to school.
Let's be
Like that.
realistic. We both was in the same situation. We grew up together, so we know like all right, our situation wasn't pretty, and our fathers wasn't there. So at the end of the day, it's like, yo, how you still get to where you was at?
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Brother World Coastal
You get what I'm saying? No, but
it's like they get
it's
to
a
where they
community.
are because
Yeah.
they might have somebody that can
Foundations.
tell them. Like, a lot of black kids think you need money to go to college, but you can get loans, you can get financial aid, so you
can
can
get
go
that.
to college, and then of course you gotta pay it back, but take advantage of the opportunity when you have it. So a lot of kids aren't taught that. They just think, oh, my family is poor, we can't go, so I can't go to college, so I gotta do this. But if somebody sat you down and talked to you like, look, You can take out this loan. Your mother don't work. You could get all of this financial aid. You could get all of these scholarships and make it.
You know what,
Or
Keita?
invest in your kids' talent so they can get scholarships.
I love that about you guys. That you said
That's cool.
You was very informative. Even though it's the debt,
That's cool.
The debt to pay
Maul,
ratio.
Maul don't really like he went to college too, but he really don't agree with the whole debt thing. You get what I'm saying? And he feel like, yo, that puts you, even when you get out, it puts you at a disadvantage. What they did was, hear me out, G, real quick.
Ahead.
See, one of the biggest tricks they did was take trades out of the school.
Yeah.
So when you could go to school, when you in high school, and you could get a trade and come right back and just make money.
Right.
If you was to have kids later, you already be set to be able to send your kids to school to further their future. You know, push the family forward. But
the issue with that is with school is people go to school and they don't know what they're going to school for.
Yeah.
they don't be ready.
That's the number one biggest mistake, especially in the black community, because our people
They going for the look.
Yeah, they
like
going for
I'm
the
in
look.
college.
They just going like, oh yeah, oh you gonna graduate. That's what their parents tell them.
Forcing you.
Oh yeah, you gonna go to school, you gonna go to college, da da da. But now, Lil Jojo Jamal, he in school, but he don't know what he want to do in school. He don't know why he's in school.
Switching his major
So now
every
he's switching his major every semester. You understand what I'm saying? First he was about to be a doctor. Now he's about to be a lawyer. Now he's about to be XYZ. Da da da. And mind you, so now you are accumulating all that debt. On top of you accumulating all that debt, now you done graduated with a bachelor's degree in science. What the hell you gonna do with that? Be a science teacher? You graduated with an associate's in math. What you gonna do with that? Be a math teacher? You gotta go to school. They're underpaid. So you gotta go to school. When you go to school, you gotta go to school and be something that you know is gonna make some paper. You know it's gonna make some money. So Sally Mae ain't knocking on that door.
Because they're gonna get their money back. It goes back to what you said.
Because they're gonna get that money back. But at this point in
yourself
time,
out in school, then when you get out of school,
You still
got
trying to pay it back.
Yeah.
That's true.
But no. But that's why you gotta go.
As we speak.
That's why you gotta go to school
I got
to
time
go
for
for
that shit,
something
bro.
that's making some paper. That's why you gotta go to school and be like, hey, when I come out, I'm making $80,000. I'm making
Do you
$100,000.
think
Make
the
you just wanna call the plug and
kids
say, hold it
should
down,
wait
bro.
maybe a year or two before they actually enter college?
But what
to
I
figure it out?
Because
a lot of them want they like to jump right after high school. If they don't have it figured out, you don't think they should wait?
I don't think that you should wait, because the reasons why I don't think you should wait, I said because you're gonna get comfortable. You're gonna waste that time. Somebody gonna be like, and this is, mind you, this is only in the black community. What I'm about to say is only in the black community. You ain't working, you graduate high school, you gotta help pay these bills.
True.
You gotta help pay these bills. You gotta go work at Burger King, Target, Walmart. You got I ain't paying that cell phone bill. You got that job. I need $50.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And that's why. And then we get comfortable. We get comfortable, and then we never raise our level.
Right.
We never go to
still
school.
gotta eat.
No, that's
Oh
real.
my God.
But I'm not gonna lie to you. I know people who went to college and their family still didn't have it. So my thing was like, yo, they was like, oh no, I'll help you when you get there. They got there, their family couldn't support them, so they end up dropping the fuck out of college, but they still get left with that debt.
Yeah.
See, you know that's the only downfall with that too. So it's like, yo, when you look at it from both sides, me personally, I waited before I went, and I still didn't finish.
The money is in the trades.
You get what I'm saying?
People, and that's what people don't understand. They took
Privilege.
that from us.
We got
of course.
the
We got
dopeness in the
experience.
fingers.
If you see a lot of people, like, you ever wonder how like homeless people still surviving?
Oh, I know. I work with
Everything is
first
hands
off,
on. They tell me everything is about
bruh,
the paper, it's about the checks, it's about the money.
a
It's
homeless
about the
motherfucker?
experience. Like,
Them niggas live forever.
they know how to survive.
Yo, shout out. Before we change, I was gonna say,
A homeless person and a crackhead, them niggas live forever.
No lie.
Bro, I'm favorite.
They know survival.
Not only do they know survival, back in their time, the trades was out.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So that's
So
why
they learned that.
they learned that. So that's why it's always like, oh, yo, let me go get crackhead Jimmy John. Let me go get
Fix
crackhead
my
Jamal.
It's hard.
Have you never seen a crackhead or a homeless person sick?
Know what I mean? Like, you be looking like people be bugged out. They be like, yo, like, how does he know how to do this? This dude is a smooth crackhead.
A lot of them are very intelligent, highly intelligent at that.
But back in his
just
day,
lost.
guess what? He graduated with carpentering degree. He graduated with an electronical degree. You understand what I'm saying? Plumbing. So back in the day, he knew how to do that. So now he can always make money. He can always make money.
He just got a little addiction.
To get that next hit, he can always want to have.
And they gonna work hard for it.
He gonna do it, and he gonna do a good job.
It goes back to what you said too, my brother. Like we talking about the college
Crackhead build your whole house
and everything. When you said something that's very important, and I know you guys agree with this too. You said it starts in the homes. So if I'm going to school and my home is chaos, I want to go to college. I don't want to get away from this. But when I think about it, by me not knowing and my mother not teaching me, my father teaching me, it's like, yo, you can go to school to do what? All you want to do is, I want to go to school. I wanted to be a teacher because I saw the lack of black male teachers that was in the school system. So I wanted to be a teacher. But like G said, I waited that time, and then what happened? I mean, you are staying here. You going down. You do need some money.
No.
You do need some money for the
that
bill.
go down. That does go down. But
And then one thing that you said, what happened when we say, okay, I'm not gonna go this semester? That turned into a whole year. That turned into 2 years. Before you know it, you're 30. Tells you, yeah, go back to college this year. Come on, man.
But that's because you live in a poverty, man. Think about it. You got all these people living in this apartment. That's just what it is. All these people living in an apartment. Your mom can't afford it.
Why she go there?
But that's just the reality.
I mean,
of it.
it's true.
It's true.
Most
I'm
of the black
living in
homes
poverty right
are
now.
3 kids plus. Single mother. Or maybe the
73%
father
of
if he's not
them,
making a lot of money. The kids see their parents struggling. They don't want to see their family stressing.
Yeah, shout out my boy Chris.
So now that they want to go to school, they want to be better, but they know.
Well, not even that. Some motherfuckers turn to the streets. Motherfuckers try to figure it out on their own. Like,
And that's the saddest. That's the sad part.
Ain't no
about
privilege
the
in
game.
that.
That's the saddest part that a lot of us are. It's stripped from us. Like I believe women is super dope because women that know off the back like, yo, I'm gonna finish this. Men. It's like, yo, man, my mother is stressing. I'm tired of my mother coming in here, working double shifts. I'm going to get some money. And your mother resents you for it, but she don't understand you. You're just trying to help her. But what she sees the big picture, like, baby, if you go to school, you will help me. You feel what I'm saying? I know a young kid, man, great talent, man, but he's getting his life back together.
And then there's some kids who juggle both, though.
Yes.
They work and they go to college. And that's
Take my hats off to them. Yeah, Keita put her hand up for that. See, I was a mom. I did it my way. Thank you.
You know what I mean? That's a blessing.
Not poor, because I don't know, but what a lot of inner city kids
struggling.
don't understand is that you can at least get an associate's for free. If your parents don't make a certain amount, you're awarded a whole bunch of financial aid and you get a refund check.
See, I need to know that. I think I'm too old for
So
that.
you can at least, even before you
got that
step
refund.
into getting those loans, you can at least get an associates that'll allow you to do something. So it goes back to them not knowing. You have to let them know.
I ain't know that shit.
No, but a lot of times
Yeah,
they
I
don't
know that.
give respect
Wow.
to associates.
Honestly,
Like,
I was fortunate to have,
They
to
be
have older brothers.
disregarding
and
associates
one of my older
degree.
brothers who in the army right now, he was the one who showed me that way. You get what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't even graduate high school. Let's make that shit clear. So after that, it was like, yo, I'm going straight to UPS. And then when I went to UPS, I'll never forget, it was me and Maul in there. I'm, tossing the boxes, back killing me. I looked at Maul like, I ain't gonna last. It's not going past the week. And I'm not gonna lie to you, at that moment, it was like, yo, you can do this shit for the rest of your life. You could go to sleep, wake up, your boots about $1. That fucking brown shirt is waiting for you. Go to UPS. Or you could possibly take this shot at school while you still get free financial aid.
Right.
I took that shot and failed tremendously.
But it shot it though. You shot it, my brother. I like
It
that.
stopped me. You get what I'm saying? So I went to go pick up a trade, and right now it's helping me further than ever. So I don't have no debt. You get what I'm saying? My credit is good. Just to put that out there. And
Marketable.
this is the crazy thing. It's like, yo,
I know it.
you don't. you
Talk to the
always,
streets.
you ain't always got to go the same route that everybody goes. As far as like, everybody don't have to be in the school. Everybody don't have to try to be an entrepreneur. Do what fits you.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Word.
So you, at the end of the day, you gotta put yourself in that position to, to play the game best for you. But
I love you. I appreciate you guys so much just giving your input on that topic. I mean, I think that was one for the ages. Everybody had dope views. Last question of the night. This is gonna be a good one. We want to start with you, Mecca. Just briefly get this done.
Okay.
Has the death of Nipsey Hussle finally united black people? And if it did, how come? How?
It's a start. I feel like people are like opening their eyes to the reality of what is really going on in the world, that they are taking anybody black and iconic or positive role models to us, and they're trying to eliminate them by any means because they don't want us to be influenced to start our own businesses, to have black economics. So I feel like it's a start. But what I don't appreciate is that I've seen a lot of people online making posts saying like, oh, now everybody wants to be reunited because Nipsey Hussle died. Like those type of people just need to kill yourself, because it's like it's those negative kind of thoughts that keep black people down. And black people always want to talk about, oh, white supremacy, white people this. What about your own people? Like sometimes you gotta check your own people and say, look, we don't need that type of negative energy. Everybody's coming together. Why you gotta be the one bad apple to ruin the bag?
They better.
You know? And I just feel like those type of people just need to stay in their own group and be miserable. So I feel like it is an eye-opener, and I feel like people will start to rejoice. I feel like that's the legacy Nipsey would have wanted to leave behind, you know, making rest in peace. Thank you so much,
sister. That's heartfelt. I appreciate that. What about you, my brother?
As far as bringing everybody together, that's, you know, like, I think it's suspect. You understand what I'm saying? It's 50-50 because, like she said, there's always going to be somebody that'll be like, nah, everybody going right, I'm about to go left. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? You always going to have those type of people. Or you always going to have somebody hating. You understand what I'm saying? You see somebody doing something positive, they see us doing good, and then it's like, oh, well, why I ain't up there? Or why I ain't do this? Or why they ain't reach out to me? Or why you ain't... You understand what I'm saying? It's always going to be that issue. It's always going to be somebody that don't want to see you do better than them. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? So, like, you could be reaching out to help one person, help two person. It's somebody who's going to be in there like... This nigga ain't helped me. You know what I mean? It's like people are never satisfied. You understand what I'm saying? So I think his death brought a lot of people together, but I don't think it's gonna stop the black on black hate, the black on black crime. You understand what I'm saying? I don't think it's gonna stop that, but I do believe that his death brought a lot of people together. Because like I said, like a lot of people didn't even know who Nip was. You understand what I'm saying? Like especially females. Like, a lot of females didn't even know who he was. A lot of females was just like, oh, nah, that's Laura London's husband. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? Like, that's all they knew.
They sympathized with her. Lost one.
But yeah, because they felt like, you know, damn, like, I lost my man like that. You understand what I'm saying? My man got killed. You understand what I'm saying? So, a lot of people didn't know who he was. So, that, in terms of that, that's bringing everybody together. You understand what I'm saying? And then the brothers that know him, of course, yeah. But, so I feel like everybody could kind of relate to him in that type of manner. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if you was a dude and you liked his music and you rocked with him, all right, cool, you connected. You understand what I'm saying? You felt the pain. I felt it. You felt it. You understand what I'm saying? You like, damn, we lost a good one. You understand what I'm saying? If you were a sister, you were a black sister, you like, damn, like, another loss to our black sisters. You understand what I'm saying? One of our black sisters lost one of their kings. You understand what I'm saying? So now that's a king lost. You understand what I'm saying? So now our sisters feel like, dang, like, we just lost another king. That's another young black kid that gotta grow up by himself, you understand, but not having this real father there. Shout out to the stepfathers, but you know what I mean?
The stepfather's gonna inherit a lot.
You know what I mean? So kind of low. That's just how I feel about that.
So I think I'll make mine brief, family, because we're gonna wrap it up in a minute. I just think the death of the brother, I think it was like the sister said, I agree with you, I think it was an eye opener. I think it was a great, like Tupac said something. He said, I might not change the world, but I might spark the brain that does. I think Nipsey was that brain, along with a lot of other great men I know. They don't have the platform that Nipsey had, but they're doing the same thing. Shout out to you guys. I didn't forget about you. But I think it definitely sparked the mind of the people who want to start changing the world, especially with the eating, with the doctor. A lot of people didn't know who Dr. Savy was. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Now, me and a couple of my guys, we talking about Savy in 2004, 2005. This is facts. We got records where we talk rapping about Dr. Savy. And I'm rapping then. So I think it's just opening up so many doors for people to, you know, reconstruct their living, reconstruct their life, try to be, you know, owners, entrepreneurs. Like Scholar said, everybody just can't do it, but you can get with somebody who's doing it. You might, like, he might be a great plumber. I don't know how to plumb, but I might know how to, you know what I'm saying, take orders or get people to come and join our service. So I think his death really did play a huge role in the black society. What about you, brother?
Yeah, I definitely think, because, like, you feel me? You never, I'm not saying he never was appreciated to the fullest, but the way when he died and everybody, it was trending topic, and for a person of his stature, where he come from, for you to do a whole 360, now you one of the biggest motivators or one of the top motivators of our time, and everything, like, nobody really has anything bad to say about him, you feel what I'm saying? Because everything you do, you come back to the hood, you basically, you doing charities, you bought the marathon store, you owned damn near half the parking lot, you hired your people, like, you feel me? Like,
true leader, brother.
Yeah, like,
you put these people in position to win.
Yeah, you don't People like that don't come across every day. Like, and ain't nobody doing it for clout or nothing. Like, this is just who he was.
30 years, probably.
Yeah, like, that's just who he was. So it's like, and then, I was just saying this yesterday, like, New York, East Coast was known for the mecca of music, the mecca of hip-hop. Then you go to the West Coast is known for gangs and shit like that. So, for you to have have the platform and to have the, I could say juice or whatever, to unify motherfuckers and Bloods is with Crips and, you know what I mean? For you to come, for your spirit and who you were, to unite the whole city of Los Angeles damn near, gangs of Bloods, Crips, like, that's big. Like, you feel me?
Absolutely.
Sold out, your funeral sold out the Staples Center, 20,000
people.
I'm
sorry, that's big.
You know what I mean?
That's big. Have it at one time. Have it up one time for nigga. I ain't never said that's big right there. Staples Center?
Not for nothing, no funny shit. That might have been the longest funeral I ever been to. Or I ever viewed. That funeral was like 4 hours. No bullshit. And it was nothing but love. It's like.
So his death definitely helped.
Yeah, like that's major right there. Not for nothing. And last thing, but like what we said before, like, alright, we was young when Tupac and Biggie died type shit. You feel what I'm saying? We was young. Not saying we weren't affected by it, you feel me? But it's like,
Pac was my man, I felt that.
When you're younger, you naive to certain things, like, damn, that's fucked up. They killed wow. But now it's like they killed Nipsey, like, you feel me? Yeah. We old enough, we mature enough, it's like, damn, like, and it hurts so bad, it's like, I feel like I know this nigga personally, like, God, how you kill him?
Even if Prince the King, even if you didn't know him, just the love he got made you feel it like, damn. What about you, Mosquito?
I think it kind of brought people together. I don't know about the together part, but I do feel like it, like you said, it sparked a lot of minds. And then, like, he kind of left a blueprint for people who want to be those leaders and be those kings and what to do and how to do it and still stay true to yourself. Like, he never, downplayed who he was. Like, he a Crip, like, it is what it is, but let me show you that we can still do this together.
Don't look at me like that's all I am, a fucking Crip.
Right. And he kind of, like, knocked off that negative persona, like, with gangs, which was a good thing. And he just used it for a good cause and to uplift his people. So I would say in the future, if people listen to what he said and follow it the right way, it will bring people together.
Absolutely. I like that. Like that, Queen. What about you, King? Take us home, man.
Absolutely, baby. You gotta think about it, right?
This is the right.
Even in his latest album, he spoke so many gems, and so many people didn't listen to it. The beautiful thing that I love about it is that now you're having people to actually go out of their way to find out who he was.
Right.
You get me? So then it becomes like, damn, like, you know, it's admirable. They're seeing the trickle down effect of positivity. So when people start to see that, it's like, damn, like, you know, I don't have to be fucked up. Even if I am, I can change and do good and have people, you know what I'm saying, come into me and affect my aura and have them feel this vibe and make people want to do better. So when you got a man of that stature, I'm not gonna lie to you, like, yo, that shit surprised me so much to see how much love he was getting.
Yeah.
And yo, when I'm telling you, like, you couldn't go on any social site and not see this man's face.
He's trending. He's still trending right now.
I know,
right
nice.
Crazy,
I know.
crazy.
And it's beautiful because it's like, yo, you know, people are finally taking the time out to think about everything they do now. Like, yo, this shit ain't a game. You really got a certain amount of time on this earth. And how do you want to be remembered? You get what I'm saying? You have an opportunity to make people feel you forever, or you could have an opportunity to make nobody even know who the fuck you was.
Yeah.
And that man took his opportunity, no matter how it was.
Like
you get what I'm saying?
The way you put that was real dope.
So it's like, yo,
You gotta get yours and leave, man.
you gotta respect it, man. And I'm not even gonna lie to you. Even before his death, I was at work thinking like, yo, what the fuck am I doing here? I'm wasting my time. And then I have people who talk to me all the time like, yo, why you don't, you know, take them steps to do what you was called to do? I'm like, yo, I don't know if I'm ready to right now. And then I also have to, you know, sit back and tell myself like, yo, it's never a right time. You just got to do what you got to do.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? So,
right.
And that's what he did. It wasn't like he waited for his. He went for his. He got his. And you see the beautiful outcome.
And a lot of people don't know. In closing,
you know what I'm saying, from that.
A lot of people don't know the losses you take trying to be an entrepreneur. The losses you take trying to build a brand from the bottom. The losses you take putting your money behind your music. The losses you take putting your money behind learning how to do eyebrows. Now, it's a lot of losses. But if you stay strong and you stay blessed, you will make it. Ladies and gentlemen, from me and my co-host Najee Carter, POV Podcast, I say peace and prosperity to you and yours. All roads lead to the plant-based feast at Blueberry Cafe. Right up is sponsored by me. Peace and blessings, family. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause, please. Peace and blessings. Shout out my man B-Mar, super producer B-Mar. You know what it is. You know why we're here. Everybody can come up here. And once again, Mama, I love.